Hey guys, okay, such a random video. I've just been thinking like so much about this that I just have to put this out. I have no personal style and I'm really tired of it. I've for years, since high school, been trying to get a personal style, been trying to figure this thing out, and I just am tired of it and I want to have a system that actually works. Now, okay, so recently I've tried to do the Kibbe thing. I just don't like it. Like, I just don't like that we have to dress for our body type. I feel like it's very like controlling and it's very hard to type myself. Like, I'm sorry, like I know people do it and I know there's consultants and all that stuff and it's like they're doing amazing work. But for me, I just can't type myself and it's always honestly like a little triggering. Like, I know, like, I don't know, that's like a bad word to use, but like as someone in like high school where like it was like in to be thin during like the Paris Hilton time, it's like triggering to like look at my body and be like, what is it? I don't know. I don't like it. Like, and I don't, it's very confusing when you're like asking, oh, are you more rounded or are you more whatever, square or something? I don't know what the thing is. Well, if we're all women, then we're rounded. That's one thing. And then the whole thing, like, do you have teacup bones? Are your bones a teacup? If I put a piece of chiffon over my face, would I see my bones? Like, what kind of questions are these? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, and I kind of feel like we all intuitively dress like decent for our body types. Like, there's certain things that I just know intuitively that I'm not gonna wear. And like I was wearing some things that I think are like dramatic, but the Kibbe thing I keep getting typed as like a classic, but I don't think I'm a classic, like, because I think I look better in like dramatic things. But the dramatic things are like these really tall, skinny, supposedly really tall, skinny model types, which I'm really not. So I'm like, and I just, the reason why I want a personal style is because I want to express and why I wear, okay, so basically most of the time I just end up wearing like random t-shirts of things I like this. Say hi to Levi. Because I want to express like things that I like and like and people like it around you. Like people today someone said they like, oh, I like Levi. And it's just fun. Like, you know, I want to have a fun time with fashion. And I just don't think it's there with the body typing thing. Like, I'm not saying any shade against anyone who likes the body typing thing, because I know people like love it and, you know, change their life and everything. But for me, it just doesn't do it. And I want to like incorporate a lot of my interests into how I dress, you know, and into my jewelry. And that's why people wear, you know, certain types of jewelry with religious things, stuff like that. They want to express, you know, their beliefs and like what they, you know, have gone through or whatever like that. So I want to do that. I want to create a system for that. And I've really been thinking a lot about it. And I think I'm like on the cusp of something. Like, I really do. Basically, because I was thinking, so I tried to get into FIT for an MFA in fashion design. I didn't get in, but I wrote like a really good thesis, I thought, for it. And it was about like every, what I wanted to study was, on every level of design, there is some sort of like message. I don't know if message is the right word. There's some sort of like deep message that is given to us from that element. So here's an example. Now in the Kibbe typing system, they have like the romantic type. And if you're not familiar with Kibbe, like go look it up. It's like literally like a black hole and you'll just fall into it. It's never ending. I mean, this guy was making a bunch of money off this. Anyway, it's some guy from the 80s. Like, anyway, I mean, people love it. So, okay, but sorry, this video is going to be very, very rambly. But so in the Kibbe typing system, on the one side, there is the romantic type that is like curvish and like feminine. And then the other side is the straight lines and masculine. And also, like, I get that, like, there's masculine and feminine looks in women, but it's kind of annoying when you're like looking at yourself and then they're like, oh, that you have a masculine thing. And you're like, okay. I mean, it just like doesn't really make you feel that good when you want to look feminine. Anyway, that's just a side point. So anyway, like if you have a masculine face and you're feminine, that like and you're a woman, you'd still be considered feminine in my opinion. But anyway, that's a tangent. So basically on the one side is the romantic side, and it's supposedly this like curvy, that they're doing it on body types, but I want to do it on like the fabrics and the silhouette and the clothes. Like can we pick clothes that express what we want to express, instead of like, oh, this is your body type, now you're condemned, so to speak, to wear this sort of thing, and I don't really want to do that. So what I want to do is make a system where like I want to express that I like certain things and the clothes will express it. So here's an example. On the romantic side, because I'm really into like Regency right now, and oh, by the way, I have a whole new channel, Regency Reticules, check it out. It's just Regency stuff, because I thought I was getting like sidetracked with Regency on this channel, so I made a new channel. It's like knitting stuff too. But anyway, so on the romantic side, when I was really analyzing it, I'm like, what is romantic? And to me, romantic is like that ancient Greece sort of look with like one, you know, like those old paintings where it's like one piece of cloth, very sheer, and there's no shape to it. It's like a shapeless garment, okay? That to me is a romantic look. That's like way romantic. And there's a couple periods in history where they keep repeating this. So in like ancient Greece they had it, in the Regency period they had it, where it's very flowing and sort of free. And then they had it like at the aesthetic period, like I want to say that was like late 1800s, or yeah, 800s, where it was like women weren't really wearing corsets as much, and the outfits were more sort of loose, and it was more romantic. So on that side you have the form that's romantic, which is it's kind of shapeless. And then additionally you can make it more romantic by the fabric, and you could have either a sheer like fabric, or like a really flowing fabric. That to me both would be romantic, but the sheer one's almost more romantic, but the sheer one brings another level of romantic to it. And then on top of that you could have I was trying to think what I was saying, I'm sorry, it's like not very fleshed out, but basically you could have that really romantic look, and it would be like white or something, like light. But if, say you were to take that, and this is how you play with it, say you were to take that and you were to add, you were to make that in a dark color, now it becomes sort of gothic. And gothic is romantic. Like gothic is that romantic sort of, oh, I have a red rose, you know, sort of thing. But now it's in a dark color, so now that flowing thing is now romantic, but it's goth. It's like edgy. So you can kind of mix and match. It's depending on, so every element of the design leads you towards this thing that you're trying to express. And even the thing that you're making, like say you were making a undergarment or whatever, that would be more like a vulnerable romantic thing than making a coat. Like, you see what I'm saying? So also the type of garment adds to the aesthetic. So that's basically what I was thinking. Like, I want to make a personal style where like what I want to express is my interests, like especially because I like a lot of like historical things, and I like like romantic stuff, and I want to express that. Like I want to express my interests, you know, like that's why I want to dress, and I want people to kind of see my interests or something in how I dress, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like here's an example. I don't want to look cute. Like I don't. Some people do. Like my friend, she like, that's one of her goals is to look cute, and she does that by wearing certain things. Like certain things have a cute aesthetic. Like, so in the 1960s, there was really popular in the in France called the Yeye girls, and they were really cute. And kind of like that Japanese Lolita thing is cute as well. But it's sort of like pastel colors lend to cute, but they can also be romantic. Like when you take the romantic colors, mix it with sort of more classic silhouettes, and by classic silhouettes I mean more like straight lines and just more basic silhouettes. So I'm trying to think of, like, this is a very poorly done video, but if you take a more classic structured silhouette and add more romantic colors like a pinky, a light pink or a light blue, it will make a cute look. If you want to portray like say take it from the other side, like you want to portray like strength, and you want to portray I don't know, something like that. So I'm thinking of like a really structured outfit that will portray something different. Like if you had a very structured, tailored suit, that's gonna portray something different as a very loose, like romantic, formless caftan. Okay. Those things are portraying different things, and I want to kind of get down to the bottom of what they're portraying, so then people can wear them and then they can express what they want to inside. Like for me, I want to express more, like a bit more of like my romantic side. Like I like historical dramas, I like romantic dramas, I like I'm really into Regency, like and I'm obsessed with that silhouette because I think it really perfectly illustrates that romantic time, because it draws back to the Grecian time too. But I'm a little edgier, like I want to express that as well, so I would want to make it in darker colors and add like that little edge to it, you know? A lot of people do this with like Victorian too, can be kind of like that, Victorian clothing. I'm really just like playing with it and thinking of it. Like here's another example, like in the 1960s silhouette, one of them that was really popular it was sort of this playful, sort of almost childlike aesthetic, and that gave off like a playful vibe. Like, do you want to give off a playful vibe? Like, what do you want the world to know about you? You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to do for this personal style. Like, what do I want to express? And I just don't think my personal style is doing it, and I don't want to dress for my body type. That's not really why I want to, you know. And I think the reason why I've never been able to stick to a personal style is because I've never really like boiled down what I want to express and then how to actually do that with the clothing, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Just some random thoughts. You don't have to like this or anything. I'm gonna make more videos like this when I like flesh it out. I've fleshed out like the romantic side, but I want to flesh more of it out, and then I want to like make an actual system, kind of like the Kibbe thing, but like make an actual system where like you could either make your own clothes, which I'd probably end up making some of my clothes too, or buy the clothes that sort of fit with what you want to express, you know. But yeah, because the Kibbe thing's not working for me, and you know, I want to like stick to a style, like have a cool aesthetic, you know, like have something and like people know that's what I wear, like that's my thing, like my style. And I really want to like go more down this like historical route because I'm really into history. And some of the questions I was thinking, like, what would I ask, what do I want to ask myself to like start thinking about it? Like, one would be like, what time period do I really like, but like that I'm just drawn to. It doesn't have to be looks wise. Like what am I drawn to? Like that is a start. Then like, what's my favorite type of music? Like what's my favorite, and like what is the overall vibe of the whole thing? Like once I list out all things, like what's my favorite movie? Like what's my favorite, you know? And then I could get a real like feel, like I feel like I'm like making like Ultron or something, or like I'm making like an AI. Like I'm throwing all these things. I don't even know if that made sense, but basically that is what I'm trying to do, and I think it's a good start. Anyway, I know this video is probably rambly. Don't type me in the comments, please, for the what type of body type I am. And also, I have another channel, Regency Reticules, where I'm doing knitting now because I learned knitting and I love it. So now I'm making a lot of Regency's tiny bags. So I'm making little tiny bags, reticules, and I'm just putting all my Regency stuff on there because I just got like obsessed with Regency, and I just thought, let me just make another channel where it's like just Regency. So it's just Regency on that channel, and if you guys want to check that out, you can. And I'm gonna like start making patterns and stuff for that channel, like little knit patterns and stuff like that, because I knitted the pineapple reticule. So anyway, if you're interested in that, go ahead, check that out. And that's it. If you want to comment, and give this video a like if you want to see more like this. It's really just off the cuff talking. Some people don't like that. Some people like scripts. But anyway, bye. Thanks for getting through this video if you did.